Well, hello there, you beautiful angels. Welcome to my channel. This is actually my very first YouTube video, and I am so incredibly excited to have you here. Today, I'm putting together a letter for Radka, who lives all the way over in Scotland. For this specific letter, I had the sudden urge to go with a cozy brown vintage theme. While I sit here and piece everything together into place for Radka, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to introduce myself properly. I want to talk about how I actually got into the world of pen paling, as well as how my creative process has evolved over the years. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, get comfy, and let's dive right into it. Everything started back in 2018. At the time, I was staying in a sanatorium, and my roommate there introduced me to K pop. Now, if I'm being completely honest, when I was younger, I thought K pop was kind of stupid and weird. To be fair, that's just how most people from my country viewed it at the time. It wasn't mainstream at all, and it just felt so alien to us. But then, my roommate showed me the mic drop music video, and something in my brain just clicked. I became instantly and totally obsessed. To this day, I still vividly remember the two of us sitting out in the hallway near the treatment rooms waiting for medical procedures while I desperately tried to guess which member was which. Looking back now, I honestly can't believe how I ever struggled with it. How could I have ever confused V with Jungkook or Namjoon with J-Hope? Fun fact, my bias became Jimin simply because he was the very first member I was actually able to recognize. I latched on to him out of pure survival in the fandom, and he's stuck with me ever since. After that critical turning point in my life, I completely dove headfirst into the world of K pop. Down the rabbit hole I went. Through the online K pop community, I discovered journaling, which eventually led me to the grand revelation of pen pals. YouTube truly does wonders when it comes to helping people discover new hobbies. My first ever pen pal was actually my classmate. After I successfully converted her into a K pop fan as well, I proposed that we start exchanging our letters. My first ever exchanges weren't even sent through the mail. We just passed them back and forth from hand to hand at school between classes. But even though we weren't paying for postage, our packages had all the classic components of a real exchange. A handwritten letter, a playlist recommendation card, Q&A section, and of course, the goodies. Naturally, because I was so excited, I wanted to collect absolutely everything I could. So I started buying any stationery I could get my hands on at the local stores. Honestly, looking back, I didn't even like half of the stuff I bought at the time. I just had this overwhelming urge to have stuff to share with other people. I remember my classmate used to cut out pictures from magazines to give to me. Bless her heart, they were always so crooked because she was never really the crafty type. I, on the other hand, held myself to a slightly higher standard. While I used magazines at the very beginning, I soon found that my mom had a color printer at her workplace. From that exact moment on, I began aggressively abusing that printer for many, many years to come. Even today, now that I live in a completely different city from my mom, I still ask her to print stuff out for me whenever I go back to visit her. So, shout out to my mom. Thank you for going along with my hobbies for all these years, even though you always questioned why it was always Asians in the pictures. About half a year of exchanging letters at school, I had decided I was ready for the real deal, and I started looking for true pen pals online. Thinking back on it now, my mom was incredibly lenient when it came to social media safety. I mean, here I was, this 13-year-old kid, talking to absolute strangers on the internet and exchanging home addresses. That is kind of crazy to think about now, but luckily the community was so kind. From then on, I gained more and more pen pals from around the world. It opened my perspective so much, and yes, I still keep every letter to this day. My style throughout the years has changed drastically. At first, I used to decorate my envelopes with simple, small drawings. Then I graduated to just simply slapping on a sticker on the envelope and calling it a day. And later on, I finally figured out how to truly collage photos. A huge part of my style discovery came from simply browsing around Instagram, gathering information and inspiration, and experimenting to see what I actually liked. I want to take a minute to appreciate my girlfriend's editing because look how cool this is. Boom, bam, pop. Thank you, girlfriend, for editing. Everyone in the comments, please write thank you, girlfriend. Anyways, getting back to it. Now I finally landed on a style that I'm totally comfortable with, and it actually hasn't changed in about 4 years. So if any of you might go stalk me on Instagram, you will notice that I am sticking to what I feel comfortable with. Nowadays, when I write a pen pal, I always start off with writing the letter itself. I decorate it, write it, then decorate the outside, then I write the Q&A and the playlist, in which this time I made a mistake. In the very first point, I wrote Penpal by Espa, when it is actually by Le Seraphim. So any of you true fans out there, please forgive me for this little hiccup. After writing the Q&A and the playlist, I then go on to decorate the envelope. I always try to incorporate the same papers that I used in the letter itself because I feel like it brings my work together more. And after I'm done with decorating the envelope, of course, I start collecting all the goodies. I pick out all of the stickers I can find and I try to shove in as much as I can. I look at all my memo notes, which honestly, I usually forget that I have a whole sticky note drawer because it's packed away in a different cabinet. And take out all my photographs and all the photo cards that I have, and some cute little extras if I have any that day. recently I started a new trademark of my letters where I add a little capybara sticker on the very corner of it. Very simply to say, it's just because I am absolutely obsessed with capybaras and specifically capybara stationery. I have a mini stapler, I have clips, I have a sharpener, and I have two pencil holders. And every day when I go shopping, I just keep my eyes open for any new capybara stationery. Finally, to anyone out there who is just now discovering their own pen paling or journaling journey, all I have to say is this. Please do not be afraid to experiment and fail. Perfection cannot be achieved in a day. And looking back at your old crooked creations from years ago is half the fun. It shows you how far you've come. So, thank you so much for sitting down and listening to my stories today. If you enjoyed hanging out with me, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more stationery content, and let me know in the comments below. How did you get into your favorite hobby? Until next time, yappingly yours, Saturn. And you can see a hair on the envelope. It's bugging me now and I'll watch it back.